Hey everybody, welcome back to Sons of Montezuma Spitballers. I think we're going to get into this pretty quick, but I am Sean,
I'm John.
and we're going to try to give you a big roundup of what happened over the last week in Aztec baseball and softball. We
Yeah,
got
there's been
11 games to cover, so it's a lot.
Here we go. Starting off first, we have the Torero Classic up at USD for softball, where we started it off against USD, so that makes it pretty easy. We had a good game, good showing from Maddie Cuarta and Faith Jordan, shutting down the USD Toreros. Pretty good.
Corda started the game through 4 shutout innings. Pretty much mowed him down the whole way through. It's pretty nice when the first inning starts out as well as it did, though.
Yeah, Jade Ignacio, Jasmine Williams, and Angie Ellen go back to back home runs. Can't draw it up any better. Makes it a lot easier to pitch when you have a 3-run lead starting that early.
I like it. I like it a lot. I'm gonna keep noting this just because I'm paying attention to it. We only struck out 4 girls in that game. So
Yeah.
pitching staff shuts out a team. Still only 4 strikeouts.
Yeah, just wait till the last game for softball. It'll be just as interesting to see that stat.
Yeah, right, exactly. All right, and then we go on to Friday, where we got 2 games. First game is against CSUN. Kiana Pua gets the start in that one as well, or I guess not as well in this one. And she goes 4 shutout innings as well, which can't ask for more than that. But yeah, we end up falling to them 3-1.
Yeah, that game was very interesting because you had so many opportunities by the Aztec girls out there. They had 11 runners left on base through 7 innings.
Yeah, but they stranded a small village of people.
Yeah, and it's crazy to think that you have so many opportunities with the offense that we have to get them on base, and you just are left with 1 run, and it was in the 7th inning. So it's like,
yeah, which I will say, super clutch. Jasmine Williams triple in the 7th to tie it, to move it on, because I think we lost in extras, or no, we lost in the bottom of the 7th. That's what it was against them.
Yeah,
I think.
No, we gave
Maybe
up 3 in the 5th. We gave up 3 in the
5th.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was the only runs they scored. So it was 1 bad inning. It's like a lot of our softball games.
I think what I'm thinking of is in the 7th we at least had the tying runs on. We just couldn't.
Yes, we had a runner on 1st and 3rd, and we had a harsh line out to end the game. So it's like, well, okay, so we had another time when we had a chance and we just couldn't capitalize. Next, we had the second game of the Friday series. This was against Washington, which at the time was ranked 24th in some metrics. This one was a rough one to watch.
Yeah, Candace Tarley with the start, and it was pretty much over before it even began.
Yeah, the Huskies scored 4 in the first, 2 in the second, 3 in the third, and we made a little chunk. But when you start the game down 9-2 in the 3rd inning, I don't know what else you want from there.
Well, especially against a highly ranked team that's obviously going to have some powerhouse pitching. It's going to be hard to string together enough hits and runs to be able to come back at that. Bright spot, Jasmine Williams with the 2-run bomb. So once again, she's just on fire.
So that's two home runs in 2 days?
Yeah. But pitching, I think pitching is the thing that tells the story of that game.
Yeah.
11 hits and 11 walks.
Yeah. With only 5 strikeouts.
That's a lot of base runners. Yeah. That CSUN game too, we had 1 strikeout.
Jesus.
So if you haven't noticed, we're not striking out very many people.
Yeah. Compared to last year, especially. And when you give up 11 hits and 10 walks and we only get 6 hits and 2 walks, it's not going to be a entertaining game for the Aztecs.
Yeah, the odds are not in your favor at that point.
That's sure. That's for sure.
So we move on to what? Saturday, we've got the second game with Washington, but the first game of that day.
Yeah, so we'll run it back. How about we run it back?
Still not good.
Not better.
Yeah, Pua got the start. She only gets 1 out and has to get pulled from the game because she just can't get out of that first inning. So
9 runs.
In that first inning, yep.
Yeah. But we had the lead at one point.
Yeah, that's true. But another 5-inning run rule. You lost 11-3. Jasmine Williams hit another bomb.
Yeah, 3 in 3 days.
If you're not noticing this trend of who was still hitting the ball good,
3.
I love it.
But
on to the second game, I will say,
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah, we finally get a change of pace when we play against the University of Missouri, Kansas City Kangaroos.
Dude, their logo is awesome.
They're the Kangaroos.
It's a kangaroo. I have no idea. It's like Kangaroo Jack, but I think they're blue and yellow. I'm like, I don't know.
I'd really like to know the reasoning behind the Kangaroos, but
I also loved that you pulled up the mascot, like the actual mascot, and I don't remember what his name was, but he looked like freaking Scooby Doo, and I was like, how is that a kangaroo?
you know, didn't they have a movie when they went down under?
Yeah, probably. But sorry, get back on track. This was a 5-inning run rule in our favor that we won 10-2. Faith Jordan got the start in that one. Solid start, 4 innings, 1 earned run, 4 strikeouts. Pretty good outing.
Yeah. And who scored first again? Jasmine Williams.
Jasmine Williams
starts the game off. She scores first. Thanks to an Angie Yellen single. The third inning is when we really digged in the knife, I guess.
Yeah. That game was sorry, my bad.
You're good.
2-run bomb. You go.
Olivia Gigante hit a 2-run bomb. Jaylene Hernandez hit a 2-run double down the left field line. We got 2 more in the 4th and 3 in the 5th, and it was pretty much over by then.
It was a hit parade, to say the least.
That is a understatement.
I believe we had, let's see, there were multi-hit games by Jasmine Williams, Olivia Gigante, Jaylene Hernandez, which it was her first start of the season, Angie Yellen, and Jade Ignacio went 4 for 4. So, I think they took their frustration out on the Kangaroos.
Oh, poor Kangaroos!
Hopped right on that ass. Sorry.
That shirt.
It was too much of a layup. It had to be. The joke had to be made.
Well, do we want to?
Yeah, we had 16 hits. 16 hits in total. I'm like, that's fantastic.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, and then you want to head to the cherry on top to the end of our week. I'm glad we pushed this by one day.
Yeah, because now we get to talk about the Long Beach State game that they played last night up at Long Beach State. 13-0. It threw 5 innings and a no-hitter.
Yeah, which that statistic that I saw, that there's only been like 5 no-hitters total in the softball history, and 3 of them have happened on March 4th.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't happen a lot, but it seems to happen a lot on March 4th.
How random of it! Like that's an absurd statistic. I'm sorry. Yeah, Faith Jordan just absolute nails with that start. Just killed it. Her last two outings. I mean, she's been amazing.
Yeah, and only giving up 2 walks through 5 is clutch. Which kind of brings into kind of something that we talked about last year about the strikeouts to walk ratio. Do you remember you had the stat for what it is this year?
Oh, for our entire team?
For our entire team.
So for our pitchers, the walk to strikeout ratio is 1-1, which is not good.
Yeah. Which last year, when we were doing so well with our pitching, I think we were over 2. At least.
Yeah. Oh, heavily. Yeah. I mean, we can talk about that in a minute. I just want to say.
Oh yeah,
Faith
you
Jordan,
want to talk about hitting?
Faith Jordan was awesome. The fact that we got 7 runs in the first inning just exploded. Like, it was over from the beginning. Jasmine Williams, 2 doubles, with 2 RBIs. Quinn Waikiki and Angie Yellen both went 3 for 3. I'm like, it was a great game, like all around for us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'll say, 13-0 through 5. We had 13 through 3.
Yeah.
Like it was 7 runs in the first, 2 in the second, and 4 in the third. So when you have 17 hits through 5 innings, that's pretty good.
Yeah. And it's crazy too, because I'm sorry, I looked at Long Beach State's record. They were not like I expected them to not be very good, to be honest, just with how much we own them. But I believe they were like 12-8 or something. Like their record was not bad.
Yeah, they're not a pushover team, but they're not like a ranked team, which we're seeing is one of our kryptonites.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems to be the issue that we're running into right now. It's the really good teams, we can't really keep up with them. The middle of the road, it's kind of close, and then anyone we should beat, we usually do.
Mm-hmm.
Which so, the main pitching statistic that I looked up that I was interested in, I wanted to see just how we ranked in overall, like strikeouts by our pitchers compared to the national like average of teams and whatnot. So if I looked at the most strikeouts by an individual pitcher, I looked on the NCAA website and it stops counting before it gets to any of our pitchers. Like it doesn't go that low. And then as far as like strikeouts per 7 innings for like the team as a whole, we were at, before the Long Beach State game, we were at like 3.94. And because like Faith Jordan pitched great, she just didn't strike out a lot of girls. And so it went down to 3.88. I believe that has us ranked at like 204th, like overall, like out of all of NCAA Division I teams. So I personally think that the biggest issue for our team still, and I'm going to keep saying it, we have really good pitchers when the finesse stuff works and we miss bats.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get hit hard, you get hit hard. I mean, there's nothing to, if you're not getting your corners and fooling them and keeping them off balance, it's tough. And out of everybody on the team, record-wise, from like the games that they've played in and the record that our team has had on the outcome, Faith Jordan has arguably been the best. I believe she's like 5-1, and she's had like 13 appearances, and we've only lost 2 of the games that she appeared in.
Yeah.
So something to be said. She's fooling people somehow.
Yeah. Well, and it's crazy when the biggest thing is trying to be the off-speed stuff and trying to pick around the corners. And when you go up against teams that are ranked and are that top of the line team, they're going to capitalize when you miss. When you miss,
they look for those.
Yeah, like
those mistakes.
These are batters that they were so good in high school because they could hit that stuff. And if you miss in college, they're just going to capitalize even more.
Yeah. Totally agree. You want to move on? I mean, I think it's kind of obvious who we think our players of the week are, but
yeah. So this is one of the first weeks we haven't had a Mountain West Player of the Week for softball. So we decided we're gonna just pick our standout players for the team at least, just so we have somebody to talk about. I feel like it's pretty obvious. You said it.
I mean, I feel like I just kind of gave the entire reasoning why Faith Jordan is our pitcher.
Yeah, Faith Jordan pitcher of the week over the last 6 games. She had 3 trips to the circle with a .636 ERA over those 3 games.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah. So she pitched 11 innings, only gave up 1 run and 7 hits. She had 5 walks and 9 strikeouts.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So that's your 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio. She's
helping. Hey, she's helping the ratio go up. Yeah. That's good. I love it.
Yeah. And of course she got the no-hitter over the 5-inning game against Long Beach State. So yeah, she's going to be your pitcher of the week probably.
Yeah. I think that's fair enough to say.
And we said her name enough throughout the reviews of all the games, but do you want to say our player of the week?
I have a feeling everybody probably already knows because I was talking about her early before the games even started because I had a feeling this was going to happen. And Jasmine Williams, man, she's just been on fire at the plate, like just kicking butt.
Yeah.
Even a lot of extra base hits, but even in the games where she's not getting extra base hits, she's still getting singles. So she's on base like constantly.
Yeah. She had a 500 batting average since our last podcast. So
I love that.
She was 9 for 18 with 23 total bases, including 3 home runs and a triple. Like,
is that good, John?
That's pretty good. You know, that's pretty dang good.
Also, 7-game hitting streak.
Yeah, that's, you know, well, and again, so 2 of those home runs came against the ranked team too. Like they were both against Washington.
Yeah, I mean, she's hitting 412 on the season.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I love it. I love it. It's good to see. And what my favorite thing is she's still hitting well in games that we're not winning. Like where games where it's really easy to kind of mail it in and
Yeah.
you're just getting your head handed to you. She's still doing stuff. Like she's still coming to the plate, having legitimate at bats, focusing on just what she can control. And I think that's a big thing that it's a hard thing to do sometimes because emotionally you're like, well, this sucks.
Yeah,
You know?
having the competitive mindset when in a losing scenario is a sign of a true competitor. Like it's something that you see a lot of times in teams that get demoralized very easily, that when they go down early, they go down and they throw it in. They throw in the towel early, and then you don't get the competitive nature out of it. So seeing that out of Jasmine Williams, where she's still coming to the plate with the right mentality and putting in good swings and getting the results that we're seeing now is awesome.
Mm-hmm. I think the fact that we're playing such good teams too now is going to be super helpful once we get to conference play. So I think that's going to be a big thing too. The camaraderie for this team you can obviously see is there, and I think that's one of the best advantages that they've had throughout the years of Aztec softball. It seems like everybody on the team loves each other, so it's like everyone's got each other back. So I think we're going to see that throughout the rest of the season. I think it's gonna they're gonna improve, and I think once we get to conference play, I think they have a good shot of winning the conference. To be honest.
Yeah. Well, so let's talk about standings real quick before we get into upcoming games and then move on to baseball. So we have our current standings. Our record is 13-8, which is not crazy. We're third in the Mountain West. It's just the one thing is we're going up against Grand Canyon, where they're in first place and they're undefeated. That being said, from what we were seeing, they are not playing at the quality of teams that we're playing. At least they're playing good. They're playing decent teams, but we played against the number 1 ranked team in the
we've been playing a lot more ranked and nationally recognized teams. You know what I mean? Where you hear the name of the college and you're like, they constantly are in the World Series. Exactly. So I mean, and I'm not going to sit here and say that I've gone through all of the schedules of all of the other teams in the conference, because at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Nothing matters until you get to conference play.
Yeah. So we're just taking it into account. We're trying to keep track of everything that we're seeing around the Mountain West, but like he said, it doesn't mean much until you get to conference play.
Yeah, unless you run the table and beat all these ranked teams getting that large bid, which would be epic, but it's never happened. So
yeah. So
alrighty, upcoming softball games.
Yeah. We got the San Diego Classic.
1-1 right now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, speaking of, it started 50 minutes ago.
We're playing Wisconsin.
Playing Wisconsin. I doubt you're going to be able to get the free roller banner. But that being said,
you might have another chance.
You might have another chance. They will be playing on Saturday, March 7th, at the Mesa against Notre Dame at 4:30, and they will follow that up on Sunday, March 8th against Princeton at 1:30. And if you stay afterwards, the girls will be out to sign autographs. So bring the kiddos, come get some autographs. Fun.
That's pretty cool, because I think I saw that they're going to do that after every Sunday game now at home.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And I know they just got their posters, so there you go. You don't even need to already have something to sign. Grab a poster and have them sign it.
Yeah.
As far as that game goes, we'll talk more about it next week, but as of right now, it's the top of the third, 0-0. So anything could happen. Yeah. Who got the start for us? That is the question. Kiana Pua is starting for us. Yep.
Well, there you go. She does pretty well to start games.
Yep. Alrighty.
Baseball.
Are you ready for some baseball?
That's not the song.
It is now.
Good, 'cause you're going.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh my God, how many can we get wrong?
I'm stealing it from all the other sports. I don't care. Alrighty. We'll start with the funnest one that we.
Yeah, we'll go quick through it because we talked about it last time because it was happening while we were on the podcast. But we beat UCLA. Holy cow. We beat the number one team in the country. Surprisingly, they're still the number one ranked team in the country. I don't know how that works, but
that they're pretty forgiving, I feel like. But yeah, I
especially
mean,
in baseball.
Alec Velarde got the start.
First collegiate victory, and it's against the number one ranked team in the country. That's insane.
That's got to be pretty cool. That's something you can put on in your resume for forever.
Well, and it's I will say, you give up one run in the first inning against the best ranked team in the country, and then you lock in. Like, that's insane. Because the runs didn't come for us until the third, fourth, and fifth. So you have to be like locked in, and it was awesome. I
also love that it was like bomb, inning, bomb, inning, bomb. I was like, the best way to get runs. Who doesn't love hitting home runs, right?
Home runs are fun.
I like home runs. They are very fun. Anthony Marnell, Tice Peterson, Zane Kelly, bombs. And they were all like nukes. That's my favorite thing.
Yeah, won an inning for the third, fourth, and fifth to give us a 3-1 lead. You feel pretty good after that. That being said, we did get one more from Jabin Trosky on a Zach Justice RBI single to put us up 4-1. And then they started coming back a little bit in the bottom of the seventh. Yeah, seventh.
Yeah.
I think. Seventh. But that's when we put in Aiden Russell. The man, the myth, the legend.
Boy has ice in his veins.
An 11 batter save with 5 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Is pretty good.
Yeah. He was nails. Like, absolutely just. You could tell he was so freaking hyped, and I loved it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you look at our pitching compared to last year, and you can see the mentality that Kevin Vance is putting into these pitchers, and that win every pitch mentality you see in every single one of them. When they get a strikeout, when they get a last out of an inning, they're coming off that field hyped. It's awesome to see right now.
And I feel like it carried over into the beginning of the weekend. So we traveled to Washington. On Friday, we played Washington with the start by Rowan Leto, I believe.
Yep.
Aztecs throw up a season-high 17 hits in the game, win 11 or 9-4. I'm like, and Washington's been a solid program for a long time. So, it could have been a big letdown to beat the number one team and then go somewhere and turn around and have to kind of keep that up, but they followed right through.
Yeah, when you get multiple hit performances from 6 of your players, including 2 3-hit games by Jake Jackson and Anthony Marnell, sorry, you're doing pretty good. And it was one of those, we're just gonna keep hitting and hitting and hitting and hitting. Like,
it's a hit parade. I love it.
Yeah. That being said, also on the pitching side of things, Bryce McKnight ended up coming in late in that game. He gave up a solo home run, but then got 4 strikeouts and got his first collegiate save. So,
yep, honestly, and that's been his best outing of the year so far. I mean, it looks like he's starting to figure something out. I think he's, him and Carson Johnson came kind of in the same boat coming over with Vance and from Arizona and whatnot. And I think they're both kind of working through some stuff, but it seems like McKnight's kind of heading in the right direction,
Yeah, I think his biggest issue is the home run. He's definitely been giving up the home run a lot. We'll talk about it a little bit later in this episode, but you can kind of see when he gets put in a position, if he lets one float up there, it's not coming down for a while. It goes far. Yeah. All righty. On to Saturday. Saturday, once again at Washington with Drew Talavs with the start in that one. We come away with the victory 3-2. So
fantastic. Love it. It's a good pitching duel.
Yeah. So we had 11 strikeouts. They had 12 strikeouts, which is the fact that we're getting over 10 strikeouts in most of our games is kind of crazy compared to last year. And that being said, we only had 3 walks this game. So,
Which, yeah, not giving up free base runners. And Talav's, man, just 1 run on 2 hits in 6 innings.
yeah, 8 strikeouts.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about
it's kind of funny because it's the opposite of how softball and baseball were last year, where baseball was the one that couldn't strike anybody out, and now softball is that way. So it's very interesting to see how it drastically changed.
Yeah. Well, and that's teams fluctuating, right? You especially with the transfer portal right now, you're seeing a lot of you got to pick and choose. But I think the other thing is we have a top tier pitching coach as our skipper, and with that, you're going to have a lot more guys that are going to want to come here to be a pitcher. And so, that being said, I think you talked about this guy. Was it last night? You liked his last name? Connor?
Oh, Abadie? Yeah, Connor Abadie. He's a baddie.
Yeah, he's a baddie. But he's not bad because he came in for his first collegiate save, pitching the final 2 innings and got the game-ending strikeout to win 3-2 against Washington. And just as another caveat, Jake Jackson hit a home run that game. It's pretty good.
We like home runs.
Good. Hey, we like home runs.
Anything else, or you want to head to the next 2? The next 2 aren't as fun.
Yeah, they're not as fun. We got some tidbits in there, but Sunday, March 1st, still against Washington. What? Yeah.
Carson Johnson with the start. He had a rough go of it. Ever since that first outing where he looked so good, he's been having a little bit of trouble.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
He's only able to go 2 innings. Gave up 7 runs. Just didn't have it that day. It happens.
We ended up down 8-0 after the 3rd inning. I will say the Huskies had some weird hitting with 2 outs that game. They were 12 for 19.
That's pretty wild. That's unheard of.
10 of their 11 runs were scored with 2 outs. That's pretty crazy.
So we lost 11-2 in the grand scheme of things. John's got the one positive shout out he wants to give from our bullpen.
Yeah, Jake Frohn, a freshman guy coming in. I like my freshman pitchers, and I picked a good one last year. Jake Frohn came in relief or for the hold and had 2 2/3 scoreless innings. Only giving up 2 hits and 0 walks. I'll take that every day of the week from a relief pitcher.
That's amazing. I mean, as a freshman too, coming in after the starter, because I believe he came in right after Carson Johnson, and so after the starter's getting kind of hammered, yeah, exactly. To be able to come in and be able to hold them down, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, and then on the offensive side of the board, we only got 5 hits that game. 2 of those were Max Farrell, and he was also our only 2 runs. Both coming off a Magpok ground out and a single.
Okay.
So Adam Magpok got the only RBIs and Max Farrell got the only runs.
The weirdest thing to me about this entire series is the fact that we have to talk about a game that they played on a Monday in a 4-game series, which I think is super weird. So we played again on Monday at Washington. Alec Velarde is with the start. I mean, he pitched a great game. He has been solid. So he went 6 innings, only gave up 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, with a career high of 9 strikeouts. So he did great. Our bats just couldn't really find it.
Yeah, another 5-hit performance, 6 runners left on base. I don't know what to say from that. Your pitcher's a gem, and then you're put in a position where you can't support them. That's end of the day, that's what it ended up being.
That's baseball.
Well, and I'll tell you right now, that probably was a conversation that got talked about, because you see in the next game, when the pitcher wasn't having a good game, what happened?
Yeah, that's true. But so anyway, that the last game of that series with Washington, we lost 4-1. Like John said, I mean, when the bats don't bat, you ain't gonna win. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
But moving forward we went to this game, this Long Beach State game that was last night. I have not had that much fun at a baseball game in forever.
Yeah, that from the roller coaster of emotions that was going on from that game gives, if you ever needed a reason to go to the Mesa, to go to Tony Gwynn Stadium to watch a game, you just have to watch these highlights, because this game was insane.
So we're playing Long Beach State at home. Bryce McKnight with the start. Rough first inning, very rough.
Yeah.
Gives up 7 runs in the first, I believe.
No.
3.
You only give up 3.
3 runs.
Give up 3 on a 3-run jack by Dylan Lena for the Dirtbags. I love the team name. I'm sorry. It's just of Long Beach State. And from there, you think that you're gonna get like demoralized when you give up a 3-run shot in the first inning.
Well, to circle back a little bit, I believe it was with 2 outs too, where it was like we were on the verge of getting out of that inning, and he gave up a 3-run bomb.
Yeah, and it was pretty much a no doubter too. Like that guy.
It was leaned on. It was gone.
Yeah.
So we go to the bottom half, and we're like, all right, well, that sucked. And you could tell Bryce was obviously mad at himself coming into the dugout and whatnot. And then what proceeds to happen, John?
Zach Batman Justice decides to hit a grand slam in the first. And then Marnell, Magpok, and Trotsky all get RBIs and runs and runs and runs and runs and runs, as we put up 8 runs in the first inning, which beat the softball team on that same day.
Which I still can't believe that. We're sitting there and we're like, are they really going to score more runs than the softball team did in the first inning? And the answer was yes. Yes, they did. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
That first inning took like an hour and like 15 minutes for just the first inning to be over. It was insane.
Yeah. So 8 runs in the first is pretty awesome. And then you go back out there on defense, and
you're all sky high. Everything's dandy.
Until the guy that just hit a 3-run in the first inning hits a grand slam in the second inning, and he ties it to make it 8-8. I know that math doesn't work, but there was a walked-in run as well.
Yeah,
so.
there's a bases loaded walk, and I think that also all happened with 2 outs.
Yeah, well, yeah. That being said, that inning was crazy too, because they had 2 challenges. The same guy. Yeah, Valdez, the catcher, there was a ground ball to shortstop that got thrown, and it was a bang bang play at first base. Then that he was called out, and then it ended up getting reversed. And then there was a line drive to left field while he was on second base. He was running to third and almost got thrown out from the outfield.
Yeah.
Which they called him out again.
He had to wait to see if he had to wait to see if it got caught. And so he was stuck in no man's land. And they called him out, reversed it again. Then he gets walked in. And then
first pitch bomb. Because I think that one was to center field. The second one was like a moonshot to center.
So grand slam to tie the game. So, and it's gone. The lead is gone.
So it's a new ball game, but the score is 8-8.
And then we have 1 inning where nobody scores in the third.
Yeah, because then we start trading runs with them. Like, we get one here, they'd get one there, they'd get another one there. Yeah. So then
I believe what going into the bottom of the 8th, we were down 1.
Yeah, 10-9 going into the bottom of the 8th, which it's kind of crazy to think of that mindset when you're like, oh my God, we had a point where we were up
5.
Yeah. And you're now down 1. And it's like, okay, so how do we break this open? And we end up doing it. You get some crazy base running from Max Farrell. Like that pop-up slide going into second base. So he's on first base. There's a hit back up the middle. The pitcher kicks it. It goes into the 5.5 hole.
5.5 hole perfectly.
Yeah. So it's into the outfield then because the shortstop's running to second base to try and get this ball. So he basically jukes this shortstop. And so Farrell running to second realizes the ball is now in the outfield. So does a pop-up slide round second and gets to third with a headfirst dive.
What was crazy to me was you could tell he went to slide because he thought there was probably going to be a play at second. And he pops up like 5 feet in front of the base, gets on his feet, and then goes and touches second, goes to third. I was like, I would have blown out my knee doing that. That was insane.
Yeah. So we end up with runners on first and third with Zach Justice up, and he ends up drawing a walk. But on the last pitch of the walk, it ends up being a pass ball. So Max Farrell ends up scoring. So that ties it. That ties it right there. So you're hunky dory. Now you got runners on first and second with I think 1 out, and Jake Jackson coming up to the plate. You wanna tell the people what Jake Jackson did?
Only if we can tell them the story about what happened earlier. I'll try to be quick. So this umpire all game, his strike zone was like below the knees, and Jake Jackson's obviously a tree. He's huge. So he got rung up on a called third strike on a pitch that was probably more in his shins. So like if he was in a hole, it might have been a strike. So he was pissed off. So his next at bat after that, he gets an RBI like line drive single to left field. And they take the pitcher out. And he comes towards the dugout and we hear him. He's like, I was so pissed off. I was going to swing as hard as I could at the next pitch in the zone.
It was a bullet off the bat.
And so in this at bat, I feel like he carried that same energy because he hit a bomb to right center field.
Yeah.
Well, 3-run nuke.
Yeah. Well, and it was a full count too. He had to go upstairs for it. It was a high fastball that he just took the other way. Like he ripped that ball.
And it was like he hit it and it was gone. Like I don't think there was ever really a doubt that it was gone, which was awesome. I loved his celebration though when he came to the dugout.
Oh yeah.
He like acted like he was gonna jump and then he like humped.
Look on Instagram or X to see those videos. We did.
I'm like, if you want highlights, I have a video of it. Yeah, it's around there somewhere. But if you want highlights or videos or to get to know any of these guys, this year the like social media team for baseball, I believe her name is Megan.
Megan, yes,
has been epic.
Yeah,
because she has been everywhere. Like she's traveling with the team. She's getting you to like actually know who these guys are outside of that, just them on the field. Which last year it was really hard to know much. Like there wasn't a ton of personality on the team, and this year there's personality for days. And I don't know, she's doing a good job of covering everything. And there's always highlights. There's the analytics team now is doing the distances and exit velo and all that. There's so much more just information and input you can get. So I mean, check all that out. So shout out to the social media team for baseball because they've been doing great.
Yeah, and if you can't watch the game, like I will say, that was the thing last night. You couldn't watch the game last night unless you were there. So you kind of had to rely on the social media team. So it's awesome that they're doing more coverage and more behind the scenes stuff too. Because the like post game interviews with the players is pretty sick too.
It's hilarious. Hilarious. I love it. All right, let's finish this game. I know we got excited. I'm sorry.
So we ended up going up 13-10 in the bottom of the 8th. So that leaves one more inning. We bring in Jose Miranda, a veteran of the Aztec pitching rotation or bullpen, and walks the first guy, but then proceeds to kill it. in the by striking out the next 3 batters.
Which awesome. I forget. Oh gosh, everybody's yelling his nickname, and I'm trying to remember what it was. There were people in the stands. I don't remember what they were calling him.
Jose Miranda.
Yeah, I forget what they were saying. But anyway, awesome. I mean, it was great to see somebody that was on the team last year come in and be able to shut it down again. Like, it's been cool because like Aiden Russell's been locked into that kind of high leverage situation. So see Jose Miranda be able to do that too. Pretty sweet.
Yeah, which is kind of what his role was last year, but you didn't get to see it that much. So now you can see it where he's also can be comfortable there because we have a lot of guys that can take up that role if he gets put in a position where he's kind of out of sorts.
Yep. Alrighty, let's wrap it up with our players of the week and the upcoming games.
Yeah. So we don't really get to pick one of them because the pitcher of the week was already chosen for us in the Mountain West. Aiden Russell. His appearance in that game against UCLA was lockdown, shutout, killer performance by Aiden Russell.
I mean, just balls of steel.
Yeah.
To be able to do that. That's, it's one thing to come in for an inning against the number 1 team and be able to do that. But I mean, 3 1/3, I'm just like, that's bonkers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And he looked confident up there, especially with a couple of those pitches. And there's a part of it where you trust your defense. A lot of those hits, the last 2 hits of the last out of the 8th inning and the last out of the 9th inning were shots. They were hit well. They were warning track scrapers. And to be able to take that and be like, you know what, I'm still going to come out and I'm going to shove the next inning is awesome mentality.
I mean, and so that UCLA game and Washington, so that Washington was one of the only other games that he pitched in the week, but he threw 10 total innings, I believe.
Over the weekend?
No, sorry. 5 2/3. I looked at his total. 5 2/3 innings, only allowed 2 hits and struck out 7. It's pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I mean, his career, his yearly stats are awesome. He has a .9 ERA.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, and if my memory serves me, he's in the national scope of strikeouts per 9. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Do you want to? Let's see.
I mean, while you look it up, so we also decided because we couldn't do a pitcher because Aiden Russell obviously is the obvious choice.
Yeah.
We both were going to do a player of our own choosing, and I went with Zach, the Batman Justice, which is my own personal nickname for him because I just think it fits too good.
Yeah.
That's all he cares about is justice. But that boy with the grand slam last night was epic. He's been coming through with RBIs. He's been catching amazing. You got a solid guy back there. It makes your pitchers more comfortable. So for me, I think he's been this last week. He was playing pretty darn well. He had a hit in every game since UCLA.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Doubled in the last 2 games against Washington, and then hit the grand slam last night with another single as well. So can't get. I mean, 1, 2, 3, 7 RBIs in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. I like that. I love it, especially out of your catcher. Any offense from your catcher is highly loved.
Yeah.
So that's my guy.
Yeah. I'll shout out Jake Jackson. I think to have the clutch factor that he had last night was awesome to watch, and especially with that mentality that you were talking about, where it's just like, I'm pissed off. I'm gonna hit the ball far. And that's what he did. In that Long Beach State game, he went 3 for 5 with 7 total bases, including the game-winning home run. That's pretty solid. And I will say, as someone who is a returning player, one of our few returning players, or few returning starters, because we got Zane Kelly and Jake Jackson, right? Mm-hmm. Where these guys came in and he's kind of taken over that captain role. And to not be put in a, because he was starting the year in like the 3-4 spot, and he slowly moved down the lineup, but he's still performing at that level where it's like, hey, we need a guy to hit 6 and to just be that connection from the top 4 guys, get the ball in play, move guys in, move guys over. And he looked awesome last night. I'll shout out Jake Jackson. That was awesome.
I think that, like you said, I think he's just getting more comfortable. And the fact that he's surrounded by other players that can hit now, it's benefiting him greatly. And who doesn't love a six hole hitter that hits 400-foot bombs? I mean,
yeah.
Who doesn't love that?
Bomb.
Also, his younger brother Ryan is on the team, and he is all over the social media stuff too. He's hilarious. Just gotta shit. I mean,
shout out Ryan Jackson.
Shout out Ryan Jackson. He just makes me laugh. Him and LaFave. LaFave is also hilarious. Curly mustache.
Yeah. The Raleigh fingers mustache.
Anybody with personality is gonna get my vote. I love it.
Yeah, that's why we liked CJ last year, right?
Yep. Alrighty. So this weekend.
Well, real quick, just to get it out there, current baseball standings, we are 8-5, which is 4th in the Mountain West. We are behind New Mexico, UNLV, and technically Fresno State. Fresno State is 7-4. We're 8-5. So we have more wins, but because we played more games, we also have that loss, which is weird. I will say, you look at our record compared to last year. We were 20-39 last year. 14 of those wins were in conference. So we already have more out-of-conference wins than we had last year.
Yeah, it's head and shoulders a better team. I mean, there's no argument.
So just something to look at as we go throughout the year. We might not talk about it every week, but just looking at it at the like quarter of the year mark, it's pretty awesome to see the guys playing at this level this early after getting a brand new coach.
Yeah. Sorry. And I will say, I'm going to show this on here real quick because there's a guy in the chat, in the comments, he's a Beaver fan. So shout out to I'm the one about how's the minor league team for the Beavers doing? That one. I'm like, yeah, shout out to Beaver fan. Thank you very much. I much appreciate whoever was on your team that came here. Yeah, I know that most of them I know that most of them did come from there, but I love it. So thank you very much.
What is that? Trotsky, Tice Peterson, and Dawson Santana. Yeah, they've been awesome.
And he did say Levi Jones as well, which Levi Jones was going to be a big power hitter for us, but he ended up having to have Tommy John, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we'll hopefully see him next year, and we'll just be even better.
Yeah, but I have no animosity towards the Beavs.
Yeah.
I'm like, my brother went to Washington State, so Pac-2, baby. Alrighty. So upcoming games, bud.
Yeah. So we got. I'll shout out 4 games that we got until our next podcast. We got a series against St. Mary's at home, so keep that in mind. We will start tomorrow, March 6th. Will probably be at that game. So if you see us, come say hi. That'd be awesome. We're up against St. Mary's at 6 p.m. If you are one of the first 200 fans, they're giving away those roller banners that I talked about, like 25 minutes ago. And we probably have Rowan Leto on the mound that game. That being said, we will play then on Saturday, March 7th, against St. Mary's as well. That'll be at 5 p.m., where Drew Talavs will be on the bump, and we'll finish that series on Sunday, March 8th at 1 p.m. with Carson Johnson on the mound. And then I guess I'll go right into our Tuesday matchup, which will not be at the Mesa, but it will be at Cal State Fullerton at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, March 10th. I do not know as of right now how that game is being broadcast.
Just a heads up, anybody that's trying to go on Friday to the game, the baseball game is 1 hour before the basketball game starts. So just be prepared for that. You probably won't be able to, unless you're going to spend $35, you're not going to be able to park in the parking garage that you normally park in, right next to the field. So just as a heads up, because it's not fun when you pull up and you go, what the
yeah. What the flip? I will say, I did figure out that Cal State Fullerton game on March 10th will be on ESPN Plus. So
Okay.
if you have ESPN Plus, you can watch it. Something that I like seeing more of, because if we did not go to the game last night, we would not have been able to watch it. Kind of sucks.
But hope to see everybody out there at the games. I know I'm going to be there on Friday, maybe Saturday and Sunday. I don't know. I'm down for all of it.
Down to clown, man. Down to clown. That being said, check us out on all social medias: Instagram, Twitter /X, Spotify, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, the website. Am I missing anything? Probably.
I will say,
Twitch.
if you try to find us on Twitter, I don't know if the main account's still in jail, so you might need to find the NIL account. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's in jail, but I went to tag it at the game last night, and all of a sudden it was in jail. So
or follow Sean. Whatever.
Yeah, you can follow me too. I don't know. I post pretty much all of the baseball stuff for the most part, and softball. So, but if you guys see us around, I mean, say hi, whatever.
Yeah.
Ask questions, whatever. If anybody has questions, send us our way. Recommendations, advice. I love it.
Yeah.
Always appreciate it.
We like to communicate. We want to hear all your comments, even the ones from the Beavers.
We're here because we like doing this and we like having fun, and we're just best friends, and so this is cool. You know what I mean? So.
Okay.
Anywho, go Aztecs. I believe softball is still tied 0-0 in like the 5th inning. So if you want to watch that, go watch it. Still, it's like it never even started.
You could probably go there right now and they'll let you in for free.
That's true. But alrighty, we'll see you next week. Who are we rooting for?
See you guys next time.